call. So if this comes across as disrespectful, I don't mean it, but I believe you've lost your mind. Ed Barnes is one of the best men I know. My mother was in the bed for 6 years, and this man and my Kelso, they come out. She scheduled her doctor's appointments around these men. So she knew that he would be there for her. And they took time off their regular jobs to be pallbearers at my mother's funeral. And my mom is spinning in her grave right now because you got to let these men go. And you should be ashamed of yourself. I have no clue why you terminated me. Eddie Barnes is the most capable man in this county. I know once you let Danny go, the ambulance service went to pot. Whoever was running it went to pot. You put Eddie in there, and response time is fine. If anything is too good, I was at the car wash. I was having a gallbladder attack. Freaked him out. He made me take them stupid things and gave me a headache. And I'm still mad at him about it. I was hollering at him yesterday over it. If anything, he's too efficient. Too efficient. And you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. And this county has lost 2 of your best ambulance men.
Yep.
And I'm sorry. I can't stand for it. And I know that there's more people in this county. If they all knew about this meeting, there wouldn't be enough room in this building to hold it. And if something's not done about these men, I'll be more than happy to go to court and tell them how great these men are. And it should be Barnes and Kelso County, not Powell County. Thank you.
Response, ma'am, I think you're kind of on the same side. The medical side will not question all. There is 2 sides.
I understand.
As taxpayers, and
but I pay taxes, and I don't care what these men do. I don't care if they robbed that thing blind or killed somebody.
Okay.
These men do not deserve to be fired, period.
Okay.
They took excellent care of my mother, and my mother is spinning circles up in Kennan Cemetery right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't see her in your dream tonight. She's a big woman with an orange dress on.
Powell County Conservation, next. Mr. Mike Allen.
I was here last meeting, the one before. Do you remember me?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember what your response to me when I asked you whether you wanted to fire Eddie Barnes?
I said at that time, yes, no.
You said it was a rumor.
It
Didn't
was a
know
rumor.
anything about it.
Yes, sir.
I've got a few questions tonight. Do you have the sole power to fire, or is this something that has to be approved by the board?
It requires I can't fire it, it has to be their approval.
Has it been approved?
No.
That's what's going to happen tonight?
We were going to go into closed session if they agree to.
Closed session.
Why can't it be an
Well,
open session?
I would like to say, in my opinion, I'm not being disrespectful, but I feel like you weren't really truthful with me last time when I was here. You weren't really truthful with anyone that listened.
Right.
Now, myself, I can tell you that just over 2 months ago, I was standing watching my brother die. And it was Eddie Barnes and the crew on that ambulance. That's why I still have my brother here today. And you can't put a dollar amount on it. And if you're going to look at a place to cut, please don't do it in the ambulance crew. I think you made a terrible mistake. You haven't made it yet. I'm begging you not. Now, I don't know. You haven't told me the reason that you fired.
Okay. First and foremost, I was not dishonest with you. I think me and Mr. Barnes, you'll probably say at the same time. You come in, question the position, I said, I will exhaust all possibilities. We have some things that need to be responsible for taxpayers' money, ensure that it's spent wisely.
Oh, absolutely.
I cannot be paying for time issues, people getting paid for time they're not working, falsified time sheets and that kind of thing.
Is that what you're saying?
So, like I said, I have the list of things to go over, they were not correct, and at one point, how many months do you let it go before, when you're given a chance, you don't address it?
Let's bring everything out.
Good boy.
If you wanna bring everything out, we'll bring everything out, sir. Okay? Number one, okay, ever since you've been here, you have been accident. Everything that we do over there, you nitpick, okay? The time cards, like I told you on that time card, okay, he worked a day that he did not get paid for.
We're not talking about one.
Yes, we are. Yes. Well, tell me which one.
I've had him work from 35 hours, we've been billed over 10 to 12, on that
Oh,
same
really?
payroll, there was one that was billed, we was billed for 24, it was 12 hours.
Do you know anything about this, Earlene?
The time card went out before it's
Mr.
gone.
Barnes, I called you over to the office to
Yeah.
lay you a check.
Yeah, but there was,
Whenever you come back.
let's see, one you found that was 15 minutes over, and Ralph didn't get 15 minutes before, and more stuff.
The one was 12 hours.
Okay.
And so 12 hours on one,
Okay,
additional 7 hours on the
another reason why that you have it out for me is because I refuse to send my volunteer firefighters to Menifee County to cut a state auditor's, driveway and roadway out of her yard, the limbs and stuff, okay? Did you not get on to me for that, asking
Yeah.
who I was to keep them from going over there, and I told you I was their chief, okay? My firefighters are not gonna
That's
travel.
not misconstrued.
No, sir,
You
I'm
can't-
not
you can't-
misconstruing. I'm telling you exactly what I said and what was said to me, and I've got witnesses what was said, all right? Now, like I said, if Memphis County had contacted us in mutual aid, and her yard and stuff was in that path that they wanna cut out, I don't mind a bit. But I'd be dogged if my firefighters is gonna go to Menifee County and cut out a state auditor's yard, the storm debris out of her yard. Okay, it's not right. It's about like me sending one of these guys over here to Essex County or Clark County or something to mow somebody's yard. I'm not gonna do it.
And I didn't ask you to,
Yes,
Mr.
you
Barnes,
did.
and quit
Yes, you
misconstruing.
did.
No, you was asked if you had any volunteers, it was on their time. If you
Mr.
wanted to
Barnes
go,
told me
you
volunteer
cannot
firefighter.
dictate. Yeah, he asked if you had anybody that would be willing to go voluntarily, it was not on county time, it was not with county equipment, and don't sit there and say any different, because it's a blatant lie to do.
Well,
You said your piece, all right.
no, sir, I'm not doing
Yes,
it.
you are.
No,
I
sir.
called it.
No, sir. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
That's it. He's finished. Hear it.
Go ahead and bring it out.
Go ahead.
Bring
Go ahead and
it
say
all
the
out.
last piece.
Okay, and, let's see, you came over yesterday, I have been fired, okay? Don't sit here and say that I have not. I've got a letter out my car that says I have been
Yeah,
fired.
I'm not disputing what I.
Well, did you not just tell him that you haven't fired me yet? Is that not what he said?
That's what it
That's what it
Yeah.
says.
Go to closed session.
You're gonna have a closed session.
So which one is it? Am I fired or not?
I voted to fire you, it will be.
You voted to fire me.
Huh?
You said you voted to fire me?
I didn't say nothing about it.
Did he just tell
They're on radio.
No, if you wanna bring this out, let's bring it out. Don't try to back
Oh,
off.
I'm not, I said how what I did, I said,
I know.
I fired you.
Yes, sir.
I
Okay?
never backed down.
But didn't you just say you had to have everybody vote on that?
Where we
How
had
can you-
coffee. Yes, we did.
Then how can you fire him without everybody's vote that's gonna happen after this thing that's supposed to happen after this
And
meeting?
let's go and bring some more stuff out, all right? About me contacting you in reference to one of my dispatchers that was very rude to people. I'll let you
Settle
listen to
down,
tape,
Fred.
and you started laughing about it.
I did not laugh, I said it was not professional.
That's exactly right. You
And
started
it should be
laughing, you said,
addressed.
that's such this person, that he's got that.
If we're gonna have this,
We've
I
got,
called to order you.
okay.
You will sit down, it's enough. I
Okay.
mean, you're making up false
Okay, then I got.
accusations.
Why, because he's telling the truth?
Okay, you fired a decent, honest man. You stood up there and told me you do everything with your kids.
Look at
You got him and I got a 4-year-old over there that needs your help, that looks up to him.
We're not cutting medical services.
That's not the point, George.
Did it. He was the one who got up out of bed
o'clock in the morning to help her. He did it. You're cutting the man. You're not, he's the one that helped me with him. Off the clock. My question is, can I ask,
If y'all.
are you gonna get up and do a podcast on your ass and change that system?
No.
I'm leaving that
My
for
job
you.
description, I have no medical training.
No, sir, it's not your job.
But that's his. He's loyal to our community. Oh, Lord, let me take care of it. I got him. Let me take care of it.
Like I said, in order to try to, go ahead.
And again, you know, how many, you wanna bring out everything, how many, you say that I'm not doing my job, I'm inefficient, how many times has our fuel been cut off because they have not been paid?
And, I thought about that today, you're the owner of that account.
Yes, sir, I'm the administrator.
Exactly,
okay?
the owner.
But, and the thing about it is, and that's, I wasn't gonna bring that up, okay?
Oh, it's fine, I work around with all of it too.
Well, good, because first thing in the morning, I will contact them, and I'm taking my name off. I didn't wanna do it, I could've done it today.
You done, you talked to them today, my.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But, let's go ahead, let me finish, if you don't care, please, sir. But I didn't do that, okay? I told them that I was not gonna do that. I was gonna give y'all a chance to pay your $11,000 bill, and then, you know, try to get it switched over, all right? I'm not like that. I'm not gonna cut people's gas off that's gonna depend on emergency services, you know, the ambulance going out in the middle of the night not having gas. I don't do that.
I done the same thing, Eddie, I went and paid out of my pocket till I
Yes,
took
sir.
it first, so
Okay.
I'm.
But you say that I'm inefficient, all right? What about the other people's inefficient? Are you gonna fire them?
We're working in all departments at the current time, like,
Well,
there's some people that are
everything-
willing to work, some that's not.
Okay, and, you know, there's a lot of things. Okay, what about this dispatcher that we've got problems with? What are you gonna do with it?
Well, Eddie, evidently you let go, I got a call Friday night on it.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
When I come out Sunday, I was called over there, I just said,
I-
still there, you know.
Yes, sir. He
That was under your watch, and I
Ed,
addressed, looked into the issue.
and I talked to the county attorney just said, let somebody work with him. And Ed, did you not work with him?
Yes, I come in early that shift to work with him. And this has been an ongoing problem, and it's been pointed out to you by more than just Mr. Barnes.
Exactly.
You're gonna fire people that aren't doing their job. There's 3 dispatchers over there that need to go, and one of them's a mapping coordinator that don't do nothing. We have, our EMS trucks don't have any current maps or nothing in them because he won't do his job. Now, I'm here trying to support my family and help out this community that I just moved into back in August. If you wanna take somebody out, you better take them all out instead of just pointing the finger at one person. And you're sitting here, yes, you are, because I heard before the election, the rumor, you wanna talk about rumor mills, before the election, I heard you were out to get Eddie Barnes before you got elected. And that was going around up there at the fair.
You let me say, you clarified, you said you heard the rumor, and that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, well, same thing here. You said that it was just a rumor that Eddie Barnes was getting fired. That was no rumor. You guys have been working on this for some time.
Anybody, but we offered this time, it's getting chaotic, it's going right in the ground, you would have been, go on.
I don't know what motivation you might have had. I don't try to, whether it's a personal issue or some kind of political agenda. I've asked these board members, it's your power. I would ask you to make it right. Whether you do or don't, it's not my question. I'll tell you this, I used to be a kind of a fellow that holds grudge for a long time if I was done wrong. But I'm not that fellow anymore. I've come to tell you, regardless of what you do, I'm speaking for myself. There's no hard feelings for me. That I forgive you. And when I lay my head down tonight, I'm going to pray the Lord forgives you and holds no charge to you in this world or the world to come. Because you're going to do what you're going to do. I'd ask you to do what's right. But I hold no hard feelings against you. I pray that someone doesn't have to pay with their life. That someone someday has an emergency and doesn't have to pay because somebody's worried more about dollars than they are lives. And I understand dollars. But you're talking about soil, dirt, being more important than blood. And I don't understand all those things. But I love each and every I honestly believe that you're trying to do what's right. Some of you, yeah, I don't understand, I really don't. I pray for all of you. God bless you.
Yes. I too, kind of have some support for Eddie and this group. I think probably if you look around the room, they're probably the most underpaid, overworked volunteer folks that we see in a lot of communities. And I'm kind of amazed that from our county judge's office that we would put a value on that. We want Louisville, Jefferson County services, but we want to treat them like we're working out of the far end of NADA or the far end of West Bend. I'm always amazed at what we think we can accomplish in the 4 months you've been judged. It just amazes me how you can get any kind of track record, any kind of system that you can actually, in a court of law, justify a firing of a man that you worked with less than 4 months. I find that tough. I find that pretty difficult. I, too, manage about 30 or 40 people and have those decisions that you have to make when it comes to dollars. I also remember a judge that less than 6 months ago, I remember a candidate less than 6 months ago that sat in this courtroom over here and was against an insurance tax, avidly against an insurance tax. But yet now the candidate has become the judge, and not one time have you mentioned that insurance tax in an open meeting since then. I'm just curious if, as the judge now, you have a different perspective on the money you get to manage as you did the money before when you were the candidate.
No, sir, and actually, if you've been in any of my meetings, that is one of the things I'm working diligently to try to release, because I think our people tax way too much, and I am making every effort.
Have you brought up a motion to release it? Do you even know if you have the votes in your fiscal? I'm sure you know you have the votes, or you don't have the votes, or you probably would have already brought it up. I mean, I'm amazed that it's not been brought up yet. Your family were adamantly against that. Sit there and basically called a previous county judge a fool for what he was doing.
And I still don't know that, so
But yet you've been the judge for 6 months or 5 months, and not one meeting have you brought it up to rescind that tax. As a matter of fact, your actual window on that is expired in March. Kind of convenient, isn't it? But yet you're getting ready to start with you're getting ready to start. Well, I'm not interrupting you, so please don't interrupt me. Show me the same courtesy I'm trying to show you. But you not one time have you brought it up to rescind that tax. Now your dawn on that is probably this month, maybe last month. If you don't do it tonight, you're probably not going to be able to remove it. I was told by the insurance commissioner it had to be done in March or April to be off the records by August. Well, I guess I'm asking you the same way that the other folks have asked you about the comments you've made towards Mr. Barnes and towards other things you've done in your short administration. Are we going to see James Anderson the candidate, or are we going to see James Anderson the judge? And basically, from what you're telling me about the insurance tax and what I've heard here tonight, I don't think we really know who you are.